hit a root there or something probably.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Kyle, the thing you need to think about, buddy, is this is the least amount of rock on my entire farm is right here. So so it looks like a pickaxe is a friend. And
I'm an Arkansas trapper, so if you think I ain't used to.
yep, you just happened to get you a little root there.
I usually don't.
Pretty good black dirt down here, though, isn't it?
I usually don't trap in the where there's a lot of roots. I'm usually more out in the field, but this is just a good spot because we got these two cuts. I want to be right on. I mean, I want to be right on location. You gotta watch this. It's a good way to get your arm rope.
I bet. There it goes.
I want a good deep hole. There we go. Well, I'm just trying to just mimic where something's dug in here.
Now, what's that fancy tool you just put down?
This.
No, under your knee.
Oh, this. Yeah, it's an old man's.
That's smart right there. Little knee pad.
Yeah. It's actually not just for old men, although I don't mind, but it actually just kind of keeps my scent off the ground and helps me to not make as big of a mess too. So I'm just gonna save.
Better on the knees too, ain't it?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna save some of this dirt from what we tear out to cover the trap, and then I'm gonna set. Man, we would show you the hardest one, but that's just
That's reality,
you know
man.
it's real.
Yep.
We ain't lying about it.
Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Don't think I ain't never abandoned a spot either.
Just thought, nope, it ain't worth it.
But no, it's not worth my energy. So my goal here, I want to keep a hard lip kind of on there, and then I want that hole to be deep, so they're not just going to come in here and take my bait.
So you set that you set bait in that hole at 3 or 4 or 5 inches, and they're just going to grab it and roll.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to make them work for
Get
it.
it down in there.
Okay.
So we want to get her down in there pretty good. This is I use Super Stakes. Those are attached to all my traps. This is a 550. It's got a 5.5 inch jaw spread on it. They're good traps. A lot of traps that are good, but I just like this system because this always stays attached to my trap. When I pull it, I just pull that back up, re-clean it, dye it and wax it, and I'm ready to go again. So I've always got everything that I need. This is my driver, and then it also will work for punching a hole.
Ah, it goes in that thing
This
right
will
there.
go
Okay,
in
all right.
This,
Okay.
and then that's what's going to stake our trap to the ground. So we're going to drive that down in there. You want to get it down in there pretty good ways.
Well, you ain't playing.
Pull that out. So that'll set in there. He ain't coming out of that. This is waxed dirt. I'll show you guys, but just looks like dirt, but it cannot get wet and it will not freeze. It is a pain to make. It's a time investment and a money investment, but for me, it's well worth it. I don't have time to reset all my traps if it sprinkles or if it's going to be 5 degrees. When I set out a line, I want to know that it's set for a week or so, and I can just check it. So it's worth the investment to me for this. A lot of times I've had where it's not calling for rain for the next week or so, you know, set out a line, bam, first night get rain on it, and then your trap's froze in the whole time, and it's a lot of work. So anyway.
Now, do you reuse that?
No, I don't. We'll, not to be cocky, but we'll have catches in these. And whenever we get that catch dirt, once we catch an animal and it's all destroyed and it smells like that, once I'll pull these traps, I won't put them back in the ground on a new place until I re-clean them up and then start clean again. So the ones that don't make a catch, I'll keep them off to the side and I'll use those again. But I don't reuse the wax dirt. This is this wax paper. That's what I use for a pan cover. Just pull a little bit of that off, mush it up so it don't crinkle. This is going to serve as a protector, keep anything from getting underneath that pan, so you don't get dirt or rocks under your pan and keep the trap from going off. So, and I'm going to show you here in a minute. If you've ever watched trapping, this is the one thing that every trapper that knows anything about trapping will tell you, is bedding the trap solid is the most important part. So this got a night latch. That trap's set.
Whoa!
So
you set it again.
So it's got a latch on there that lets you know when it's ready to go off. But you have got to get this trap bedded solid.
So if it has any wiggle in it or anything,
if it has wobble in it, you are wasting your time. When an animal comes up here and steps on that jaw and it moves, coons will dig you out and coyotes will refuse you or dig you out. And so I will just work until I'm confident that that's real solid. That one actually set in there pretty good. Another reason, kind of like this set, see it's kind of a step down. It's kind of got a gully in here. That when he comes up here, whatever it is, to get that bait, you know, they're naturally going to want to get down in there to get that bait out of there. So put that on there. That just covers up my trap pan. I'll kind of find that pan and I'll work that around. I'll just want a little bit of a coating of that wax dirt, just enough to cover it up where they don't feel the jaws or anything. I'll move some of this back to the edge here. Just kind of put some on the front. And then this is that dirt that I saved in the beginning. And I've done this a lot, but you just want enough on there to hold that wax dirt down. If you put too much of a layer on there and it gets down to 10 degrees tonight, it's going to freeze solid and it won't go off. So I just want enough of this dirt on there to blend it in. So you see how this looks a different color? You can see where it's at. We'll just sprinkle enough of that on there to blend it in. We'll make sure, and also this will that'll dry out throughout the day too. What's a little moist, and it'll be good to go tonight. But even if you got a little layer on there, as long as there's not enough of it to really crust up real hard, I'll lay some of that over there. Kind of want to force in here, but that's pretty much my step down set.
so that's where he set the trap, and then there's the hole where he's going to set the bait.
Yeah, and this one don't really look, you know, a lot of them will look a little better when you got a good hole or you're not working with a bunch of roots. But I mean, this will work, and you work with what's on location. So this looks good. I'll come back off here just a little bit, and I'll set another set of flat set.